Hello and welcome to part 4 of my Child of Light playthrough. Unfortunately, my Elgato didn't record my voice, so I'm having to do this rudimentary commentary over the playthrough. Hopefully I can give you some sort of running commentary of what's going on, but you should be able to follow the narrative. But last time we went through the Tree of Thorns. It was a magical place, gave me lots of items and experience, and we stumbled across this village where all we get to talk to is these hipster birds who are dressed up in strange outfits and have weird haircuts. But let's okay, so I'm just checking out some stuff, getting the chest. I swear some of these houses are just committed just to having one chest inside them. But yeah, he's got quite a nice little haircut. I think for this commentary as well, I'll probably have to do the voices for any sort of narrative. See, another house for just one chest. Well, this chest was being guarded by a bird wearing a hat. He doesn't look, sort of eyeing me up a little bit. I'm gonna take your stuff, buddy. Alright, well, there's nothing on either side of here. So, I guess it's time to head down the path. Yeah, all these things have to say is caw, which is surprising because they're birds. More village. There's a drunken bird on the floor there. And we'll go speak to that person in a minute. Just have a check out what's going on over here. I remember arriving here thinking I was going to explore these houses first, but then I thought, I think people watching will want to see what's going on over with this guy over here, Gimli. Excuse me, sir, have you the sun or moon within this well? This is great. This is going to have to be me following my own narrative. Hurrah, princess, you came. Most certainly not, can't you see? I'm all alone again. My grandpa and I are casters, keeping the village safe from demise. I left a couple of days before to replenish our supplies. And zounds, the Dark Queen cursed my kin to birds. So that's how you find out what's happened to the village. The water of Leith would cure a man. I have to make the journey down, but fear has... Poor man. The well must go down only a short span. Come on, Finn. Jump in. He's talking to himself now. Everyone's just talking to themselves in poems. Oh yeah, I did have some skill points to add, but I was trying to get up to that /2 you can see at the top there, because Aurora was meant to be my sort of all-rounder. Originally she was going to be my magic caster, but I can't really tell. Her abilities are a bit muddled at the moment. Plus my jester was doing so well with his fire moves, with her fire moves, sorry. So I just thought, doesn't need melee now. Aurora, I mean. It's funny, I have a theory about the oculi. You can actually make the triples out of either, I think it's like 3 of the same kind, or if you have 3 different colours, it makes the white diamond. That's down the left. But if you make 3 of a kind, it turns into a giant emerald. And I'm thinking, if I get 3 giant ones of blue, red, and green, and then try and mold those 3 together, craft those 3 together, it might even become something super powerful. It was great because I was talking about this during the actual live com, but when I'm actually watching it and doing it, it's a little more awkward. Okay, so are we going to head down the well? No, we've got a confession to read. They say the 4 from out of darkness came. Matilda shaped cruel nature with her art. The surging ocean Cymbil's math did part. Rambert spread his wealth upon the barren plain. Erin's spear lit the highest peaks aflame. They say at the explorer's heart lies the secret of ages to impart. Through its fire the wilderness they did tame. But if all was dark, from whence came their spark? Light dances along a chain, flaming bright, spreading out to bridge the cold empty night. Star to star, trailing blooms of red-hot fire. Such a path must span our skies black and dark, leading to another dawn, a lost light. So, I mean, I guess that's some sort of insight into either how the world started or something like that. A little bit Harry Potter-ish, like there's 3 or 4 powerful wizards or something, and they each get assigned some sort of job. That doesn't really make any sense when there's no context. See, that guy had something different to say. Although I was a little bit puzzled about the bird pub. I'll have to check out later. I thought this was funny. Even though you get turned into birds, you don't get a day off school. That's how tough they are at the School of Birds. Well, I guess if it was a School of Birds, it wouldn't actually matter if you're a bird. You wouldn't get a day off because you were a bird if it was the School of Birds, if you imagine. Don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's head down the well then. Pretty sure that's going to be the next area that I'm going to get to explore, but there's a little side quest down here. You said you cast spells?
Aye, princess, I am one of the best.
In the well, it'll be put to the test.
Hurrah, Finn here.
Aurora, do not call me princess. He didn't call you princess. Get in my party, Gimli. Right. Down the well we go. See, that looked really like Limbo there. Brr, what an eerie place, cold as death's own face. I feel like the Mario Underground theme should be playing. Just because we're under the overworld. No. I don't know how you can't get a surprise attack in this game sometimes. It's because it gives you so much space to move around, unless it's a boss battle. As you can see, that spider's slightly different colour, so we're looking at a new elemental type. Fire resistant, which effectively takes my Jester's sort of main capability out of the question. I've said this a lot in the battles during the live comm, is that really the main tactic here is just to narrow it down to one opponent, and that way your slowing down ability is sort of maximised. Because once you get them into the casting area, you can interrupt them, and as you saw on the previous parts, I put oculi on my characters so that basically they have certain chances to interrupt, like there for example. Because once you interrupt, it's essentially like having 2 turns, especially if you're against one opponent.
We have to get out of here.
We have to get out. Calm down, master your fear.
There are only a few and a half of us. You could just disappear.
What's slightly annoying is as I'm watching this back to record over it, the playback is lagging, so it makes it difficult to keep up with what's going on. But you see I've got a triple here of the rough ruby. Water damage. And you can make a large oculi by mixing 3. At the moment I've only done the double mixes, just what you get the purple, yellow and silver. I think the silver was red, green and blue. But most of the time, like if for example you get a larger green emerald, it actually just adds it sort of increases the effects that it had before when it was a single. So if for example you get lightning power from having a single green crystal, then if you have a large emerald made of 3, it mean you have even more lightning damage, if you get what I mean. Which is why I'm thinking if I mix 3 of those large ones, you might get like a super crystal or something. When I came into the menu here and I saw 6 skill points, I was thinking, wow, that's a lot of skill points. Where did I just get that from? But it's because Finley over here needs some upgrading. He doesn't really need to focus on physical attack, but I will get the fire stuff later. At the moment, because we're dealing with water stuff, you see I'm going to start heading towards the lightning strike. So I'm thinking if I follow that path. Plus there's that ability, the Rage of Capilli. You get 10% extra on your magic, which will be pretty good for any sort of boss battles, because it kind of means you'll have an all-rounder for whatever. I'll put them in battle soon enough in the recording. Although it'd be nice if I made a decision about which skill tree I was going to go down. Although I'm pretty sure, yeah, I was just choosing to go towards the lightning strike. And getting that Capilli boost, or whatever it's called, power of Capilli. What about the bottom of the well? Where flows, Leith swell. More elemental spiders. I don't think at this point I've equipped them with the correct lightning stuff. At least I don't remember. Let's have a look. Oh no, I had, yeah, vulnerable to lightning. But I think Rubella still has. Yeah, I think I was scrolling through to see if she had any magic here. No. It's time to bring in Gimli. It's pretty nice actually. He starts off with all 3 elements. I was thinking that you had to unlock them as you went and he had some sort of light attack, a bit like Aurora, but nope, he just owns everything already. But I mean, look at his sick beard, man. Anyone who's got a beard like that has got to do something badass. It's funny because the interruption mechanic is really one of the strongest parts of the battle system, because literally you can stop an opponent from having a turn completely. So sometimes you want to wait for them to actually get into the cast zone. I mean, if you can avoid it, do so. But if it looks like they're going to get into the cast zone, you should slow them down enough so that you can get a hit while they're still in the cast, and then you have a certain percentage chance of interrupting. Bravo, you with the beard. That's the only voice I could do for her. Are you a magician?
Well, you might say it.
Come to the circus and try out. She's inviting you to audition.
Up on stage? Are you kidding? Might as well feed me to a griffin.
That was a nice little rhyme there. Guy's going to be bringing out an album soon enough. Right, so this is where we're going to try some oculi crafting. Or not, we're going to look at the stats. No, oculi crafting. Oh, I wish my Elgato just recorded me talking. It makes it so much easier. triple sapphire. He's got a pretty slow cast time because he does magic, so pretty much all of his abilities a long cast time. You can see like when you're attacking, it actually tells you what how long it will take for them to cast. But I really like the timing element in this game. It kind of keeps the action pacey. We'll deal with the little piggy that went to market in a minute. But there's always secrets wherever you go. I've pretty much given all these item boosts to Aurora because it's funny because she seems so powerful at the beginning and now she's actually becoming like my weaker party member. The only thing is that she has slash and like she's good at interrupting. She wasn't even actually as good as that. The clown was better. I keep forgetting their names. But the timeline bar at the bottom, you can kind of see the enemies and yourself, and that's how you kind of got to decide who you're going to slow down. Really, my tactics haven't been as sound as I would like them to be because you should stack them up so that you focus on one opponent. You don't have to slow them down unless it's really close, but you just narrow it down to the slowest enemy. So that way you can try and stop as many enemies having a turn as possible. I don't know if that makes any sense, but having played this game for a couple of hours and kind of really getting to know the battle system, it makes sense to me. Get some wishes, buddy. I can't remember. Yeah, he is going to get a turn in. Sometimes you get lucky with the defense, but I realise that I need to utilise the defense a lot more. You get like a 70% speed boost on the timeline once you defend. So if you know they're going to attack you, or even if you get an attack before them and you don't want to risk it, you should do a defend because you're going to get a attack on them straight after, seeing as this timeline boost kind of shoots you straight up to the cast. There you go, that's a triple emerald there. That's pretty good. 8% attack increase on top of lightning damage. And yes, we do want to go for the slash, so if you would just put the skill point in, Rob, that would be great. Although I can remember the live me talking about slash. The slash all would have been really useful at the beginning of the game, but it's a little bit more relevant now that we're starting to deal with lots more different elemental types. But I've revised enough Pokemon to know how those should stack up. Super effective and all that. Alright. Come here, pig. It's aggressive. Always a surprise strike. Now I took a bit of a gamble here to figure out what the elemental weakness of the pig was, but I thought let's get rid of the spider, seeing as we don't know anything about the pig. And then we can interrupt and slow him down, everything like that. Although I remember thinking, right, what would he be weak to? At first I thought he might be like a normal type, which wasn't weak to anything. And I thought he's a pig. You can make bacon out of him. Let's fry him with fire. Let's make some crackling. There you go, vulnerable to fire. He's not weak to lightning, but I just thought I might have done enough damage. I don't know if I take a defense here because I don't think I'm going to beat him. Oh, I do take a defense. That is tactically sound, Rob. And he didn't attack me if he just did a boost. The main boost that you need to worry about is when they do speed boost, because then the timeline goes crazy. You really have to sort of do your slowdown management using Iniculus.
Oh no, we'll never get through.
Remember the door in the tree? Do not worry, wait and see. Sorry, I would have actually done the voice for Finn there, but I realised I was in mumble. I had to close that quickly. You know, I pretended like I figured this out, but I just could not see that half crescent moon at the top of the door. I actually get a little bit lucky, just kind of spamming it about. I thought maybe there would be some sort of thing where you have to match up with the moons, but then it turned out to be not as complex as that. See? Total luck. What a peculiar work of charity. I hope it doesn't lead to tragedy. Now, before we end the episode, make sure we get all these bonuses down here. More oculi. The oculi are starting to become addictive. But I shall not tread into the waters of microtransactions. Look at that little spider trying to surprise attack me there. It's too slow, buddy. It's making it easy on me as well. Double elemental water spider. This magic does so much damage as well. So there you go. Now you get down to one opponent. He'll go into cast before Gimli gets to finish his magic move, and might. No, I think he'll beat Aurora. But yeah, we did get an interrupt there. So look, they didn't even get a turn in. That's why the interrupt is so powerful. Well, of course you would upgrade to Lightning Strike, Rob. I haven't really used any of the items yet. I haven't really been in a scenario too much where I've had to. Only at the beginning of the game where I was kind of learning the mechanics. But most of the time, if you kind of time it right and you use these wishing bushes, I don't know how to describe them, then it kind of works really efficiently. I just try and save items for in case I'm in sort of like a tough boss battle. But this is the end of the episode, thankfully, because I didn't get to record a live com. So we will see you in part 5 or 6, whatever it is. This is the next one. If you want to check out my channel, there'll be some Titanfall and COD on there. And make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more or you want to keep following the playthrough. So thanks very much. See you next time.